Wow. Don't you people ever go to sleep?
We love Ralph Nader! Yeah!
We're New Englanders. Yeah, a region of the country that still has roots, traditions, town meetings, and they still know how to fight Walmart, don't they? Well, I was just asked, why did I end the campaign in Maine? And what I told the television reporter, I said, well, the main issue in this campaign is the shift of power from the giant corporations to the people of this country. If that's the main issue, why not end the campaign in Maine? But Maine also led the way with campaign finance reform with that referendum that you won 2 years ago. And then Vermont caught the spirit, didn't they? Now Missouri and Oregon are doing it. So the states are leading, but remember, it only happens because the people have the right to vote directly. That reform into law. And our forebears, they knew that when the legislature, the governors are in hock or they're owned by the corporate or special interest, you got to give people that residual right to replace the legislature, in effect, and put a proposal on the ballot and then vote it into law. See, that's the strength of democracy. That's called direct democracy when representative democracy fails. And we need more of that. I got to take a break now and talk about the drummers here. We talk all over the country about the drummers in Maine when we come to Portland. But I taught them the Roman Legion drum beat, and they still can't get it right.
Can you do it?
So here it is. Let me give it to them. Okay, let's hear it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Not quite. Here's the way it goes. Here's the way it goes. It goes like this. Boom, 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 boom. It's the drumbeat of determination, the drumbeat of relentless focus on the objective, which is to build a strong and deep democracy so that that great instrument we call democracy can be unleashed to solve our systemic problems and to prevent injustices that course throughout this country, even in a time of booming economy, where the majority of the workers are making less in real dollars than they made 25 years ago, where 1/3 of every full-time worker can't earn a living wage, which is at least $10 an hour. They're earning $5, $15, $6, $7, $8, where everybody should have universal health insurance coverage. Where we establish our country on a national mission to abolish poverty, especially the curse of child poverty. 20% of the children in this country growing up in deep poverty, 34% in District of Columbia, 25% in California. There are countries in the Western Europe, after the rubble of World War II, just think what they did. Because they built in that period of time a deeper and more representative democracy, and they had stronger trade unions, and they had social democratic parties. In the 1950s, 1960s, they gave their people, as a matter of law, all of them, what we don't have today in the year 2000, the richest country in the world. They gave them universal health insurance coverage, full paid maternity leave, full paid sick leave, 1 month paid vacation, good public transit for people to get around without a car, and facilities to form trade unions much easier than our workers have to build their standard of living and working conditions at an even higher level. Why don't we have this in our country? Why don't we have these simple necessities of life? Because we have allowed, by our default as citizens, we have allowed corporations to say no to us and get away with it. And what we have to understand is every time in our history, when corporations or the business establishment said no to drives for justice, and every